Hello, my name is Steve Castleman. I'm CEO of Hot Right Inc. My poster presentation is cold fusion via atomic compression. I'd like to show you an animation first. So this is the alpha phase of palladium, bulk palladium, or single crystal palladium, and they're closely packed. This is the beta phase. They're less packed. And there's only two phases, alpha and beta. The distance is governed by a quantum instability, and it's either in the alpha or the beta stage. While in the beta stage, hydrogen can enter. Hydrogen loses its electron and is really just a proton. Deuterium, of course, is a proton and a neutron. Then the alpha phase. Now the beta phase, more comes in. Then the alpha phase. Now it turns out that locally you can have a much higher concentration of deuterium if you have these different phases going on, and it acts kind of like a pump and pulls the hydrogen deuterium in internally. So in a coherent wave, when you have a lot of deuterium in that area and it comes down, you can have a fusion event. It quickly expands, and the energy from that fusion goes into the lattice. Now, we see that represented here. There's a research by others that prove that this is actually a phenomenon, and that alpha beta waves exist, phase waves exist. Here, this part shows that as you charge and discharge the palladium, you get alignment, it self-heals, and it becomes more of a crystal. Here's my proposed experiment. You can read that on your own. But I want to just say all good theories about cold fusion should be able to explain the Fleischmann and Pons experiments. Turns out that they started with their self-funded experiments. They used the targets over and over and over again. This allowed them to crystallize over the years. When they finally started to get good results, the university made them talk about their experiments. And then what happened was nobody could reproduce the experiments. And that's because they didn't realize that it took years of charging and discharging to slowly anneal the bulk palladium to get bigger and bigger crystals inside to be able to have the fusion event happen. So it was kind of sad because Fleischmann and Pons couldn't even repeat their own experiments. And the reason is because they didn't figure out that you needed to grow these single crystals. Now you can actually buy single crystal palladium. And on this column over here, you can see some calculations about how many atoms it takes to absorb the fusion event of a regular 24 MeV fusion. There's a lot of other stuff in here, but I just want to encourage researchers to use single crystal palladium, as this will take some of the randomness out of their experiments. Also, it was just sad knowing that if I'm right, that Fleischmann and Pons came so close to actually discovering the mechanisms and that do everything. I want to just say over here, this is a smoking gun. This fits the theory. And thank you for your attention. Bye.